Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of Zhong Cage Fighting Series in San Francisco. Our next upcoming event is May 28th in the heart of San Francisco, Keys Art Pavilion. Now, right next to me, I have Jabari Harris, officially signed today, will be competing on our upcoming event on May 28th. Now, Jabari, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Who are this young man and where are you coming from?
All right, well, my name is Jabari Harris. I'm fighting out of Benicia, California from New Creation Wrestling and Jiu-Jitsu. Currently staying out in Vallejo and just ready to get to work.
Now, you are only 20 years of young age. And how long have you been practicing martial art?
So I've only been doing martial arts for about 2 years now, and it's pretty funny. So I'm only 20, but I'm turning 21 on the day we're fighting.
No shit. So the day after the fight, you can go to the bar.
Yeah.
you go to the bar and celebrate. And
sounds like a great night to not remember.
That's pretty awesome. Now, what's your history of martial art? I mean, you're 20 years old. You've been training only 2 years. You got 2 amateur fights, and both coming off a victory, 2-0. Both coming off a finish of a submission, right?
Well, the first fight I had, it was a win by buggy choke in the first round. It was a pretty tough match until, he got topside control on me, and I just felt like in the back of my head I should go for the buggy choke. Why not?
Yeah.
And
it's crazy. Yeah. I watched that fight, and the commentator have no clue what that is.
Yeah, they had no idea.
And they called it a shoulder lock?
They called it a shoulder lock. They were surprised he tapped. They were asking me after the fight what was happening.
Did you tell them what that show is? What that was?
And then everybody started thinking I was from 10th Planet. So.
Oh shit. Well, nowadays all jiu-jitsu school they train everything now.
Yeah.
Just not always.
You're not safe at any position now.
Yeah. Not just like a certain jiu-jitsu school do certain things. I mean, everybody does everything. Whether you do leg lock or buggy chokes, any of that. I just amazed me that commentator has no clue what that is, and then also have to force to create some submission that they didn't even.
You're right.
Like, oh, he just did a shoulder lock. Like, no, it's not
needed
really
some new commentators for sure.
Now you're fighting 170 pounds.
Yeah.
What do you walk around weight?
I usually walk around 170, 175. 170 is normally my walk around weight.
So you don't cut weight at all?
Not too much. I feel healthy at this weight right now. And I feel like my height and my length really strive at this weight class.
Yes.
Yeah, I like feeling strong at the weight, and I feel like if I cut too much, I'll just I'll just feel so depleted and dehydrated. And a lot of these amateur shows, it's same day weigh-ins. I know yours is day before.
Yes.
But I still want to feel good at 170.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome. Now, what's your background coming into martial art before you even train at the New Creation? Did you wrestle in high school?
Yeah, so I wrestled at Antioch High School. I started wrestling my freshman year. I was only about 115 pounds back then.
What?
Yeah, I hit puberty really late.
Wow.
I was only 115 pounds wrestling 113s. Then over the years, my junior year, I wrestled 138s, I believe. Yeah, 138s, and then my senior year, I wrestled 152s and 160s. Senior year, I had my best year. I placed at sections. Was runner-up for league 3 times.
Wow.
I was
that's impressive.
Probably my most highlighted year.
And then you also, what about college?
Yeah, so I wrestled at the University of Dubuque in Iowa, D3. And then after that season, we kind of went through the whole thing with COVID, and I didn't really like Iowa too much, so then I moved back and I went to Chabot College in Hayward, and I wrestled there, and yeah, pretty much.
So you wrestled for quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been wrestling for about, collegiate years and high school years total of 6 years total, but I've always done freestyle and Greco in the off season wrestling. I like freestyle Greco State and all these open tournaments around San Francisco, all around the Bay Area.
So what you think of your upcoming opponent? Who you fighting?
UB Pure Jav.
Right. What you think of the fight's gonna go down? You're gonna take him down. Since he's a lot older guy, much shorter.
Yeah. I think he's only around 5'6", 5'7", around that. So I'm gonna be doing my best. I'll just use my distance, and then pretty much we're gonna go through a game plan with Coach Izzy and see what he would like me to do. I usually let him dictate everything because I always believe like my coach has the best judgment. He knows me better than I know me sometimes. So I just, I trust him, put all my trust in him, and see where we go from there.
Well, I mean, since you have that many amount of time and years in wrestling, you do have a good choices and options that, striking doesn't go well, then you can always take it to the ground. You have that option. That's good to be a wrestler, so plus you have those Bucky Cho's in your pocket. So so what other go-to move is one of your go-to move because you're flexible? You got a rubber guard?
I do use rubber guard a lot. I've been going to a bunch of 10th planets to go train out with them.
All of them?
Yeah, I would. Not too long ago, I went to 10th Planet Santa Barbara and trained with black belt Jeremiah Vance, and he was showing us rubber guard. He has one of the best rubber guards probably. And it was tough. That room was tough for sure. It was a good training time though, and great knowledge he had. And I'm definitely gonna go back to go train and learn some more rubber guard from him.
What do you see yourself in the future in fighting? You see yourself making this as your career?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely want to make MMA my career. I just always loved being in the cage. It's like you're standing in front of one person and you can't rely on anybody else. I hated relying on like teammates when I played football, like when I was a little kid, I just didn't like that I had to rely on my teammates. If I was doing good and if they're doing bad, it would cost us,
Right.
But when I'm in the cage, it's me. My coaches give me the blueprints and it's up to me to use it,
Yes.
And getting your hand raised is probably one of the best feelings you can ever have. So,
do you have anyone in the Bay Area that caught your radar that you wants to fight?
That I want to fight? I would love to get a fight with the last guy that pulled out, but not too much. I haven't really seen too many amateurs that I've had my eye on just yet, but maybe there's going to be a few coming up later on.
Who is the guy you're supposed to fight on?
His name was Dennis Aguilar. He fought my opponent now, and he was unfortunate enough to hurt his hand and pulled out the day of the weigh-in. So I would love to be able to run that back, maybe get in the cage with him sometime.
Well, maybe I'll run that back on my next event.
That would be fun.
What's your experience to fight on your last event?
My last fight, SF Combat. I was going against a guy. He was a Muay Thai fighter, and he wasn't really doing too much. He maybe threw like 2 or 3 leg kicks, and then I threw a head kick, and then went in for a body lock, took him down, and then I knocked him out on top mount, and he was out for a while. But I think the fight only lasted maybe a minute 2 seconds. It was my fastest knockout.
That's impressive. So both wins coming off finished.
Yeah, both were finishes in the first round in the first minute.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, this upcoming fight definitely is going to be a challenging for you. It will be a tough fight for him. So let's see how he's going to perform against the up-and-comer young lions like you are. So now, if people want to get a hold of you to buy a ticket, come watching you fight, how can people contact you?
Yeah, so you guys can hit me up on my Instagram, Jabari Harris _. You guys can always hit up New Creation Wrestling BJJ, or you can hit up Veganism himself. Shout out Veganism, best CMOS in the Bay Area. Had to say that real quick.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a gorilla eating CMOS.
Oh shoot! Well, they selling something?
Yeah, so selling CMOS, Athlete's Blend, regular
blend. What's a CMOS? So
CMOS, it's a superfood, and it just provides you with all these minerals and nutrients just for your body to thrive. And it's helped me so much with like my training and just everyday life, my digestion, everything. Wow. It's one of the best supplements you can ever use on the market.
That's pretty good. So anyone wanna hit up Jabari, hit him up on Instagram. Do you have a Facebook as well?
I don't have a Facebook,
but Instagram
is pretty popular.
Yeah. Instagram's where to go. Now, do you have a special loved one that sponsors and training partner you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I mean, I always want to shout out, again, Veganism, of course. Shout out Obicano, fight gear, best fight gear on the market. Shout out all my coaches, Richard Goodwin, my black belt professor. Shout out all my teammates down at New Creation for helping me for this camp, and let's just get to work.
All right, May 28th. Making sure you guys get a ticket from Jabari. DM him and show him some love and support. This event's a live stream pay-per-view nationwide. If you guys cannot make it to the event, make sure you guys order your pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com. And the fight card update layout this upcoming week. A lot of matchups going to be up on my website at DragonHouseMMA.com. Make sure you guys check it out. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Help me to grow my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. Now, if your opponent watching this interview, what do you have to say to Yugi?
Better be ready to throw down, man. Let's get it.
Think you're gonna finish him?
I think I'm gonna add to my first round finish column. Just another person I got to get through.
That's pretty awesome. And then hopefully fight Dennis Ocular on my upcoming event. August 20th is gonna be in the heart of San Francisco as well. Well, actually in Daly City, it's gonna be in Cow Palace. Really, really big show. I'm hoping after you fight on this event, you do like the promotion. Hopefully can keep you around, you know. You don't have to worry about same day where you fight on the other smaller venues, smaller events. This is where all the top leagues, and I beat a lot of world champions and make it to UFC or Bellator. Sometime I look back like, 10 years, 8 years before the interview when they're making an amateur debut and now they're in UFCs. It's quite interesting, just this is a good platform to get people to get a lot of recognition, in Northern California. So that's pretty good. Now, any other word you want to shout out, saying to anyone else, your families?
Oh yeah, of course. Appreciate you guys for sticking through with me, even with the whole last fight situation, my opponent pulling out. Y'all still, giving me the love and support that, y'all say I deserve.
That's right.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Y'all still gonna come out to this next fight, so much love. Let's get it done. Y'all gonna see me get my hand raised one more time.
That's awesome. Now, are you gonna go back to college soon? Or?
I do plan on going back to college to get my nursing degree. I'm going to be attending Chamberlain University up in Rancho Cordova, I believe.
How far is Rancho Cordova?
From Vallejo, I want to say it's a good 45-minute drive.
Okay,
So,
not too bad. So you don't have to move out of the state or anything.
nah, it's not too bad.
Do you work right now?
Yeah, I actually just got a new job as a behavioral therapist up in Walnut Creek for ABA therapy, Cadian company. I just quit my job at Starbucks. I was working there for about 2 years. I was a barista / MMA fighter. Just making it work.
Well, you get free coffee.
That is true. I get free coffee every day before a training session.
That's pretty awesome. Well, make sure you guys stay tuned. This upcoming young man right here, Jabari Harris, making his Zhong Lo Cage Fighting Series debut on May 28th. Make sure you guys stay tuned. And I'm Zhong Lo signing out. Good to have you on board, Jabari. Thank you.